what's true. Breaking down the news, he's reacting for you. They smile in your face all the time, but Big Hink's here to set it straight. Hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to Big Hink with a real news vibe. Stories on the line and the streets wanna talk. Truth in the video, watch the people walk. Every headline heavy, every clip it breaks down. Big Hink bringing clarity, truth all around. They smile in your face. Oh yeah, but the lies can't hide from the light today. So hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to Big Hink where the real ones ride. Big Hink where the real ones ride. Big Hink, yeah, well, yeah. Current news, every angle, every side. Big Hink got the vision that you can't deny. In a world full of noise, let the channel be your guide. He break it down real, nothing watered inside. So when the world try to trick you, mislead you, misguide, Big Hink tell it straight, truth will always survive. So support the movement, keep the message alive. Hit like, comment, subscribe.
Happy Tuesday, guys. We back in the basement again, having fun, having a good time, and about to do a reaction. Guys, I know today was supposed to be my one-on-one with my son. Unfortunately, we had to have a schedule change. We had to call an audible. That's life. That's how it is sometimes. So we are going to have it on Thursday. Don't fret. We're not going to cancel it all the way. We'll have it on Thursday. He had to do some volunteering today. Volunteering and going around to some of the local businesses to look for some sponsorship and some donations. That's what happens when you're one of them smaller schools. You got to do little things like that. So it's all about giving back and talking to the community, and trying to make and bring people in. Saying to the team, have them come to the games and all. I encourage people to come to the games, kids, like I said, adults, and the local businesses around the city he's in. So that's what he had to do today after practice. So that's life. I can accept that. You got to do what you got to do. But with that being said, we here. We're going to have this show today. We're going to react to what we're supposed to do on Thursday. We're doing it today. Not going to be able to do a show tomorrow because I have to go to a flag football game tomorrow. So with that being said, do me a favor. Hit that like button, guys. You're goddamn right. Hit that goddamn like button. I strongly and I surely appreciate it, because that like button's going to help me move throughout the algorithm and help me get to a different audience. And I need your help when you're doing it. So with that being said, I need for y'all to hit that button. You're damn right. Hit the goddamn button. Encourage your friends to do it. And if you know somebody who likes content like this, please share. And if you ain't subscribed as of yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. I appreciate it if you will subscribe. But if you won't be a cloud watcher, the least thing you can do is hit that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I strongly appreciate it. So like I said, on Thursday, we will be doing this. One-on-one with my son. Season number 3. His red shirt sophomore season. This is what it is. It's red shirt sophomore season. So looking forward to it. First game is Friday. We will talk about that too. First game as official is on Friday. Now this is a away game. It's not a home game for him, so it's on the road. I'm gonna make my. So I think it's about an hour. It's an hour from my home, So I make an hour drive down to Georgetown, Kentucky. So go out there, support my son and the team, and hopefully they come out with the victory. But with that being said, let's get ready to get to it. This court watcher, man, it's some crazy stuff to be on. I've seen some clips uh, on my IG. Shout out to Jay. I see him react to one of them, and it just gave me ideas. Man, let me start checking these out, see what these all about. Because some of the stuff I've been through, like the child support, visitation, custody. I had to deal with that back in the days. Unfortunately, or fortunate for me, I didn't go through a lot of them issues that these guys are going through. So that's a blessing in itself. Because some of the things I'm seeing here, man, it's rough, man. It's rough, man. Driving these guys crazy, man. These guys I couldn't imagine. Now, I'm not gonna just say it's all on the guys, because some of these ladies have to deal with some crazy dudes, right? I mean, there's some dudes that just ain't shit. And you gotta deal with too. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for the child. And unfortunately, I think a lot of them are not thinking about that or looking at that. That's not how they moving. They moving like they still upset, mad, angry at each other. And so they're trying to find a way to get back at each other. Maybe it's financially. Maybe it's not allowed the child to visit the other parent. Or trying to make it, it's hard for the individual to see their kids. That's a terrible situation to have to be in, but unfortunately, that's some people's reality. It's unfortunate. Now, like I said, I didn't have them problems. Thank goodness I didn't have them problems. But there are some people who do have them issues. But with that being said, we're going to get right to it, because we're going to see this case right here that we're about to see, that this brother's about to go through some hell. I could tell by the look on his face. It's some hell about to be brought up on this man's life. With that said, let's get ready to get to it. Before I get to it, I'm going to remind you one more time, and throughout this show, hit that like button. You goddamn right. Hit that like button. Let's get to it.
The state is going to be asking for temporary orders. I did not get a reset date. I'll have Miss.
So the title of this one is Mom admits dad buys everything but claims he never gave her a dime. Mom admits dad buys everything but claims he never gave her a dime for child support. Now that's crazy. You admit he buys everything, but claims he never gave her a dime for child support. What type of shit is this? Hopefully this man kept good records, so this won't be a long case. But said, according to the thing, it's about an hour long, so might be a lot of windmilling going on this situation. Let's see.
Tabitha, who's probably listening, provide me some dates unless the court does it on a different date. We're going to reserve the retroactive child support. I will tell the court that as far as who the child has been living with, I believe that both parties will agree that the child has been residing with Miss Laird. My understanding is, well, hold on a second, Miss Laird, most of his life. As the court said, he's 10 years old, about to be 11. So the contested issue is who the child should primarily reside with. The parties are in agreement with, once that court makes that decision, that they will be named joint managing conservators, with the understanding that whoever is designated primary will most likely get the tiebreakers if they can't make major decisions together as far as educational and medical decisions, unless the court changes that as well. They're in agreement to a geographic restriction to Coryell County and contiguous counties. Now, if the child goes with Mr. Scales lives in, I'm sorry, it's a county that touches it. If Judge, can I just ask him, Mr. Scales, what county?
Bell County.
Okay, Bell County. So I think that will still be covered by the Coryell or contiguous counties.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It is.
All right. So the main issue is that if, regardless of who is determined to be primary, They're both in agreement that the other parent would get the standard possession schedule, which would include the expanded possession. Miss Laird is in agreement that Mr. Scales would pick up and return the child at her residence. I didn't confirm that with Mr. Scales, but I'm going to assume that Mr. Scales may be in agreement, but I'll have to ask him, Judge, as far as pickup and returns at his residence. On the
Yes,
medical, Mr. Scales is currently providing Champ VA at no cost to him, so that will continue. On child support, I went ahead and calculated for both parents, Judge. The parties are in agreement. Once you determine who primary is, they're in agreement with the amount that is considered guideline. So I'm going to give you that number. Miss Laird is currently unemployed, so her child support was based on the minimum wage presumption with one other child under the age of 18. Child support for her would be $203 a month. Mr. Scales is receiving VA disability in the amount of $4,337.41. He is also working basically 20 hours a week. He earns $20.75. So the state added an additional monthly gross of $2,023 for a total monthly gross of $6,360.41. Mr. Scales has no other children. So if he was ordered to pay child support, his guideline child support would be $1,227. Neither party is requesting a non-disclosure, so they will both provide all of their information in this order. And
God damn. Todd, you see this? She gonna be paying less than $300. Less than $300. Because she ain't got a goddamn job. Well, my man, who's getting his disability, because you know why? He served his country for a period of time. He's getting his disability. And he got a little part-time job, making about $20 an hour, you know what I'm saying? That's just to pay taxes. That's all it is. That's a little vice fund, you know what I'm saying? With his little vice where he likes to go out and trigger over these heifers. Maybe drink, maybe smoke a little bit, maybe do a little gambling. I don't know. That's his money chasing, his woman chasing fund. You know, so you need that couple of $1,000 to chase him with. You know, and that's what that is. But the fact that man said he got paid over $1,100 and she paid less than $3. He said, how does that work? Why? Because they have for too lazy to go get a goddamn job. That's why. Not because she can't get a job. More like she probably can. She just refused. Because she know if I get a job now, it's less money I'll be bringing home because they're going to take that off and try to offset it. Huh? She said, well, we ain't going to have that. Matter of fact, she'd probably get some government assistance. But lo and behold, she don't know. Come November the 1st, she might fall victim too. And stamp going to be gone. Huh? That EBT card going to be on it. Balance going to be on zero come November. Why? Because we can't agree as the government. The government said we can't agree. Congress said we not on the same page. And we're not gonna stall you out like Debo did. God damn. Well, look, my man could do that. My man could do that, but put his head down. He's in disgust. Fellas, let me say this. You got to be careful who you decide to get pregnant. Bless her with a child. Because you got some scallywags out there that don't mean you're no good. And my man, you sure got you one. Because I'm trying to figure out, what did you see in her, though? Was that one of them long nights at the club, last call for alcohol, and you were so tipsy? Look, we all fell victim. We all fell victim. I was a victim. when going through a drought season, you know, sometimes you get what you get because it had been a minute. Was that one of them drought season chicks? Or was it one of them last call for alcohol at the club? You know, once you got under the influence of that hen dog, huh? Some of that Don Julio. She looked way better than you thought she did. But once you got her home and you woke up the next morning with a laying beside you, you're like, what the hell did I stuck my... Oh. Man, the devil's in the details. Shout out to the heathens. I'm just saying. Let's keep going. What'd you say? Yes, indeed, she looked hard, rode hard, and hung wet. God bless. Hey, boy. Sometimes you strike out. And he messed around, got that woman pregnant. Now he's suffering. You know, the child's 11 years old. If I was a little buddy, I'd be pushing my best to get that child. It really, she, you know, he's 11 years old. He really need to be with the daddy for real. Probably should have been with the daddy ever since probably about 5 or 6, truth be told. But, you know, he's 11. He still got some time. I think if the mother's smart, she really should turn the child over to him. But she's not. Because she don't give up that goddamn meal ticket. She says, that boy's a cash cow and I ain't giving it up. I at least got 7 more goddamn years. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see.
And then again, we're asking to reserve retroactive child support until next time. For one reason, Judge, just for purposes of time, and then give them an opportunity to provide any additional information after the court makes the initial decision today.
All right, thank you. All right, okay. At this time, folks, I need both of you to raise your right hands. Let me get you sworn in. And like I say, the state's going to ask you some questions. The judge may have a few to throw at you also. But this time, do you both solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes.
I do.
All right, you're both officially under oath, and I'll go ahead and allow the state to call you both as individual witnesses. Again, folks, this may be a temporary hearing. I'm leaning toward temporary, but I'll have to wait and see what data I get to see how far we're going to get. So at this time, you may go ahead and call your first witness, Ms. Taylor. And at the end of the hearing, if either you have something else to tell the court that didn't come out of your general testimony, since you technically represent yourselves, you'll be allowed to testify to it so long as it's pertinent and relevant to what we're doing here today. So you may proceed at this time, Ms. Gonzalez-Taylor. Thank you.
The state would call Ms. Haiti Laird. Ms. Laird, could you state the name of the child?
Kevin Bernard Scales II.
And he has a birthday coming up next month.
Yes, on the 24th.
So he is currently 10 and will be 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Does he currently reside with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, let me go back a second. You heard what I told the court as far as the agreements, except for who establishes the primary residence of the child. Are those your agreements on the other issues?
Yes.
So you understand that regardless of who the court determines, you'll be named joint managing conservators together?
Yes.
And then the parent who we designated primary gets the tiebreakers unless the court changes that.
Yes.
As far as the child support amounts, do you agree that child support for you will be based on the minimum wage presumption?
Yes. Just go get a job.
Okay. And that would be $203. You're in agreement with that amount?
Yes, at the time.
And are you still also in agreement that if Mr. Scales is ordered to pay you child support, it would be $1,227?
Yes.
And then visitation, if Mr. Scales was to get visitation or yourself, you agree that it'll be under the standard possession schedule, which would include the expanded standard if you live 50 miles or less.
Yes.
And do you currently both live 50 miles or less from each other?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the child, Kevin. What grade is he in?
He's in 5th grade.
5th grade?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you and Mr. Scales ever live together after the child was born?
Yes, we did, but it was only for like 30 days, maybe 2 months.
All right. And then after that, did the child remain with you or did the child go with Mr. Scales?
No, he always lived with me.
And has he lived with you since he was basically born until today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has there ever been a time that the child has gone to live with Mr. Scales?
No.
Now, what type of visitation has Mr. Scales been exercising with Kevin?
Well, anytime he asks for him, I let him get him any holiday, any birthday. Anytime he wants to go visit family out of town, I let him go. I never deny him anytime that he asks for him. And then for this past summer, he asked for him for the whole summer. I let him go.
Right. So he has spent some the long summers with Mr. Scales.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Did has Mr. Scales always returned Kevin to you?
No, not this time. He was trying to make me let him go to school out there and wanted to enroll him in school out there.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on, Miss Laird. And when you said not this time, is it after this summer and this school year?
Yes, for 2025, this August, he started school and he asked me, can he get him for the first week of school?
He came from the club and he seen her there with her girlfriends. He had a couple, you know what I'm saying, probably about 2 or 3 drinks in him. Probably more like 4. You know what I'm saying? A couple shots of that Don Julio. You know what I'm saying? Then he had another shot of that hen dog. Maybe some of that VSOP. At 1708. Maybe a shot of that Wilford Reserve. She was looking good, had a little makeup on, had herself done up. He was feeling some type of way, feeling all icky inside, but I really think it was that liquor. And he got with her. He knocked it down on that night. You know what I'm saying? And talking about he wanted to have a relationship with her. And it all went bad. Now we got this situation. 10 years later, we dealing with this bullshit. Now, so far, she sounds reasonable. Anytime he wanted the son, he can go. Holidays, spent the whole summer. So far, she sounds reasonable. Now, based off what she's saying. Now, my man, Kev, he may say something totally different. He may say, hell no. This heifer's a tyrant. She's nasty. She lying. I damn near had to take my son and kidnap him in order to get him. So she lied. We're going to have to see. Before we see, I need for y'all to hit that goddamn like button. Do me a favor. You're goddamn right. Hit that like button, guys. I appreciate you.
For he could have his father experience with him for
Right.
that.
Okay. And did he get him for the first week or first couple weeks of school this year?
Yes, he never brought him back. He stayed with him from the summer all the way through to school started.
And Kevin's with you now, so how were you able to get Kevin to come back to live with you?
Because I was asking Daddy when he was going to bring him home. He started ignoring me and wouldn't respond to none of my messages. So when Kevin had a therapy appointment, I had to go sign him out of school to take him to that therapy appointment. And after the therapy appointment, we went back to my house. During the therapy appointment, I found
hold on a second. I got to ask you questions, so you can't go on. We'll talk about the therapy in just a second. But so you were able to get Kevin back with you from the school directly?
Yes.
And how long was he gone? What we're talking about, a week or two?
He had him from the school started the 14th, the 15th. He had him that whole weekend too. He had him Monday, Tuesday. I asked him, can he bring him home? And I didn't get a reply.
What do you and Mr. Scales, if the child lives with you or lives with Mr. Scales, would Kevin go to the same school or he'd have to be moved schools?
He would have to be moved schools.
Right. So when he started school this year, Did he start at the school that you enrolled him in? Had you enrolled him in a school?
He been in school, yes. It's the same school he been going to for years.
Okay, but when he started school, was he going to the school that you enrolled him in, or did he go to a different school?
No, he went to the same school I enrolled him in.
Right. Now, let's talk about Kevin and school. How is he doing at school?
He's doing real good now. He really
All right.
are.
And does Kevin get any special services from the school?
Yes, he do. He have a 504 plan, and they also have him in like these tutoring classes that also works with him with his.
So 504 plan is the same thing as IEP. That's what she's talking about. 504 plan, same thing as IEP. So, it's just one of those things. It's a legal document under Section 504. It's when they provide accommodations for the student with disabilities to ensure that he has equal access to education. That's pretty much the same thing, like I said, as an IEP. You know what I'm saying? So that's when y'all heard people say they got a 504. That's pretty much what it is. Every all the kids who has those, they have them special requirements. Usually for kids who has some form of disability, some form of attention deficit, some form of behavior problems, there's different reasons why they get IEPs, but that's pretty much what it is. So when she said that, that's what she meant when she said those things. So just want to make sure y'all guys know, so you have a level of understanding. Yes. IEP can be mental, physical, or behavior issues. That is correct. Ty says correct. So the only thing about them, man, I'm not a big fan of them because of the stigma that they put on your child. I was sharing the other day how some of these teachers do these little black boys, and they will try to poke at them. And when I'm saying poke at them, I'm not talking about figuratively poking, doing that. No, I'm talking about they will antagonize them. They will have them say certain things to them, in almost like provoking the kids, provoking the boys. And I shared with them, I said, if you know your kid and you know how they are, and if your kid comes home saying, man, like the teacher's picking on me, intentionally having me do things that they know I don't like to do or have problems with doing, please pay attention to that. Please look into that. Please investigate. Because we're not going to say all these teachers are always on the up and up. There's a lot of, of course, teachers out here. A lot of teachers just doing it for a check. They really don't give a shit about your child. They're doing it for that money. And the reason why, they know they can get an extra between $1,000 and $1,500 a head. If they get their IEP, now they're going to use that extra money, for whatever the teachers decide to do, or the administration or the principals and rest administration decide to do with them. So they're going to get that extra money. Maybe they want to put it toward the teachers' entertainment fund. I don't know. Put new refrigerators and microwaves and vending machines in the teachers' lounge. Maybe get a new TV for the teacher now. Maybe get cable, which most of these schools already got cable, but still, They'll use that extra money for those extra certain materials that they normally probably wouldn't get a need, but they will do that. So you just got to be careful. Like I said, with it, without the IEPs, teachers won't give the child the accommodations they need. It is a legal document holds the school system accountable legally if they don't provide the child's accommodation need. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say all schools do this. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because they try to give my son one. They try to put my son on one. And the school he went to, they didn't utilize it correctly. And I asked him every day, I said, he's struggling this. And they watching his grade struggling that. And I tell him, I said, where's his tutor at? Where's that? Y'all put my son on IP. Y'all said y'all was gonna do it, so y'all get him some extra help. Where is the assistance that y'all supposed to get? And there wasn't none. And that's why I started doing drive-bys. I used to do drive-bys on Tuesdays and Thursdays because they told me if they put him on there, that he will be able to get this assistance. So we was okay with it. So we thinking, okay, it's going to provide a tutor for him. But then we did some research and looked into it. And then I didn't like what I was seeing. So he was on the IEP for about 2 years. So again, you have to pay attention to shit like that, man. Because like I said, they're not always going to do right by your kids, especially your son. I'm just saying. Let's keep going. I said it's better for a child to have IEPs more so than not. I can agree if they do right by them. But if they're not doing right by them, I don't agree with that. That's not like I said. There's a stigma that they put on these kids because of that. That's what I don't like, the stigma. Now, if they keep in mind, schools are unfortunately understaffed, and so it does make it hard to get their kids to service. I agree, but that's what was shared with me. That's what was told, and when I looked that up, that was part of it. To hire a teacher's assistant to help out with him. Now, I didn't know. I'm helping every child in the classroom out because of the teacher assistant didn't just work with my son. She was doing things, and that's what they sold me on. Now, hold on now, man. My son's not going to be a sacrifice for you to put this stigma on him and him not getting the individual help that he needs, that I'm helping every goddamn child. Fuck them other kids. I'm worried about mine and mine only. I'm not here for them. They ain't got my goddamn last name. We are not here to save these other little bastards. You need to talk to their goddamn mammies and their daddies and let them do the same. I'm just saying. Now, that did sound a little harsh. I ain't going to lie. But I mean that. Let's keep going.
Angerment and his dyslexia.
Right. And the 50.
Let me also say this. I'm watching these kids get crazy checks. You know why they're getting crazy checks? Because they got asthma. They getting these crazy. That's what they used to call them. Now that sounds harsh. Let me stop saying it. Crazy checks. But they used to give them crazy checks because they had a medical issue. Not because they had disability problems or they was had anger issues or something. They was giving. I'm watching my ex's aunt get extra money because he had a learning disability. That boy was getting money for learning disability. Plus on top of the IEP. I'm like, damn. I looked at my son, I might have to. Let me stop. Boy, I was thinking about it. I ain't gonna front. Nah, ain't gonna fly. Wife said, not fair, Hink. Many of those parents feel the same way. You do, wait, you do about their child. I understand. But I need for them parents to help put their kid on IEPs so they can get some extra money. So every kid in that classroom can have a goddamn tutor for themselves. That's what I need. I'm just saying, man. We're not all gonna benefit like this. It's some bullshit. But let me get back to it. I ain't gonna keep on stopping this video. It's a good one. So far. I mean, I ain't gonna say I didn't watch it, so I don't know what's going on. I seen the title. I watched the probably first 20 seconds of it. I said I'm gonna roll with this one. Let's go.
Before, is that what type of services does he get? Does he get counseling or?
He get counseling, he get one-on-one work with for tutoring during classes, and they also help him when they have testings and stuff like that. They help him one-on-one with that too.
Is
Real
Kevin?
quick, man, which ISD is that?
Excuse me? I didn't hear him.
I'm sorry?
I didn't
I'll ask the
understand.
judge. Miss Laird, he asked what ISD, what school district he is in.
He's in Conference Cove.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Now, are these services, have they been ongoing or there's something?
So it sounds like her son is in a good school and they are doing what they're supposed to do as far as the 504/IEP. But I've seen some school systems that ain't what they doing. They pocketing that goddamn money and still being understaffed. So Dorian, I know you're a former teacher now as well, and I'm not gonna let you keep defending that bullshit. They understaffed, Hink. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, guys. And if you decide you want to donate, you got the opportunity with that QR code to hit that goddamn Cash App. I do have a super chat, and I'm eligible. You can hit that too. I appreciate any donation. I promise you I do. With that being said, hit that like button. Let's get back to it.
Something recent for him?
They've been ongoing.
And how long has he been getting services through the ISD?
What? We've been out here 4 years. So out here 4 years, and in Killeen too, when I used to live in Killeen.
Now, does he have
Man.
an established relationship with?
So he been getting this ever since he started school. Ever since he started school at 5. At kindergarten, he been getting it. Dang.
The school counselor or whoever's been providing these services?
Yes.
Do you believe that it would be beneficial for him to remain with you at your school district?
Yes.
Do you have any other children in your home?
Yes, I have a 15-year-old and I have my daughter that's 22-year-old.
And have they always been living with you? So Kevin's always been surrounded by them as well?
Yes.
And does Kevin have his own room or not?
No, they share room. The 15-year-old and him.
Does he have his own bed?
Yes.
What kind of bed does he have?
They have a bunk bed.
Does he get along with his siblings?
Oh, yes.
Do you have any concerns with Kevin at this time that the court should be made aware of?
No, all I know is he go to therapy. I get him outreach help too.
Now, as far as his relationship with Mr. Scales, does he have a good relationship with Mr. Scales?
Oh, he love his daddy. I always, since he been born, he always been around his daddy. I always let him go with him since he was a newborn. Anytime he asked, I let him. So he do love his daddy.
So there's no concerns with Mr. Scales, him going over to Mr. Scales' home for visits?
No, I don't think he's in any harm or anything. The only thing is when this drama started between us is when my son started saying he wasn't comfortable.
When your son started saying what?
He wasn't comfortable after the issue of him wanting to come home and his daddy supposedly yelled at him.
Okay, so let's go back a second because When you're saying that he wanted to come home, are we talking about a certain incident?
His daddy, he was over there when school started, and he was saying he wanted to come home, back home after the visit, and his daddy wouldn't allow him to come home.
Okay. And has he been to visit Mr. Scales since that incident, since came back to you?
No.
Why has he not been visiting with this Mr. Scales?
For one, Scales ain't came to get him. And then two, Kevin, I tried to make Kevin, talk where he talks to him, but he don't want to go. And I asked him why he didn't want to go. He said because he's scared that his daddy is going to hold him there and not let him come back.
Was there a reason as to why you didn't go pick up Kevin from Mr. Scales' home?
Yes, because I don't know where he lived. I don't know where he lived or his mother.
Does Kevin have a cell phone where he could communicate with you?
Yes, Kevin do have a cell phone.
Okay. Was he able to provide you any information at that time about where he was?
Nope. All he say is where we go get his hair cut is that his daddy used to live in that area. That's all he say. But when you ask Kevin, can he direct you what area, he can't tell you.
Do you believe that having an order in place, telling you what the visitation is and where the child's primarily going to resolve is going to help someone in this situation?
In a way, because I felt like Stephen only kept him because I didn't have court order.
Hi, ma'am, real quick, I hate to tell you this, but you did. There's a standing court order in both Bell and Coryell counties that what Mr. Scales did, what you said he did, he violated it. Okay, and we'll get to him in a moment. I won't go too much into detail, Mr. Scales, if that is the case, because there is a standing order about not returning a child while the matter is pending. So I'm gonna be real careful to make sure you don't testify to anything that the court may be able to use against you at a later date on the motion for contempt. But again, there is an order out there. There's a standing order in both these counties, ma'am. So, but we'll go into detail. We may have to go into detail about that later. But for right now, I just want to make y'all apprised of that, because I'm not going to go too deep into this at that point, because violating that court order, it can lead to 180 days in Coryell County Jail. So we'll see but we'll get his side of the story here in just a moment. Thank you. You may proceed at this time, Ms. Taylor. Thank you.
Yes, sure. Thank you. Ms. Laird, does Kevin take any prescribed medication?
Yes, he do.
What does he take it for?
For it's dyslexia behavior. Without it, he's kind of rough, where he doesn't have a good day, where he kind of thrashes out with anger a little bit.
Right.
So
go ahead, finish.
So that is the only medicine he is on, is just that.
Okay. And who gives him? Does he take his medication himself daily, or how does that given to him?
Usually I would give it to him every morning, but because at first he wouldn't allow Kevin to come home, so I took it to the school and got a note for the nurse to give it to him during lunch.
Right. So is it important then for Kevin to have his medication?
Yes. The school says he's a totally different person when he's.
Hey, I don't know what's going on with my man, but he's going through it right now. Wonder what that's about. I don't know. Is he learning some information he didn't know? What are we doing here? We got to keep watching. Let's pay attention, guys. Let's pay attention, because he's going through it.
He's not on it.
And who takes Kevin to the doctor's appointments and make sure that he's getting the medication?
I do.
And who has set up all the counseling services for him throughout the school?
I do.
And who makes the daily decisions regarding Kevin?
I do.
I have no further questions for Ms. Laird at this time, but I may want to recall her, Judge.
No problem. No problem. Anyway, thank you very much, ma'am. I'm going to let the state call Ms. Scales. Again, Ms. Taylor, let's not go too much into the details dealing with the alleged circumstances where the child was not returned at the beginning of the school year. We can go about anything before that time frame about the circumstances. And again, I'm probably looking at just making this attempt because again, we're holding in abeyance the retroactive, and it sounds like this may be a case that there is a substantial amount of retroactive child support that may be owed. The only thing I need to ask of the mom at this point, ma'am, has there ever been any type of consistent monies, and I'm talking about cash money, that was given by Mr. Scales to you for the purposes of taking care of y'all sons together, ma'am? Have you been receiving money for child support, ma'am?
No, he never gave me a dime.
Okay, thank you very much. You may
You're
proceed with the witness then, Ms. Taylor. Thank you.
And now I want y'all to pay attention to what she's saying. He asked, was there any money exchange? Cash or whatever. She said, he never gave me a dime. Okay, all right. That means nothing now. He didn't give you a dime. Now, are we gonna hear something different? I don't know. Because so far, this is what she's saying. This is her side. She told her side. Now we about to go to my man. He going through it, but he holding it together. Let's see what he got to say.
State would call Mr. Stephen Scales. Mr. Scales, you have to unmute yourself.
Let me also say this. He kept it professional. He didn't interrupt. He didn't interject. He kept it all the way professional. Now, he was having an emotional moment there. Where, he was he was a little bit upset for whatever reason. I don't know why. But he didn't interrupt. He didn't cut off. He didn't interject. He said, listen, let her tell her story. Now let's see if he get the same respect when he talks. Let me see if she's gonna interject, interrupt. I just flat out call this man a foul name. Let's see what happened. I've seen some more. They couldn't help themselves. Where the judge had injected, they call him contempt of court. Will this be one of them moments?
I mean,
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Scales. State your full name for the record.
Stephen Dante Scales.
All right, thank you, sir. You may proceed, Ms. Taylor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Scales, I just want to confirm the agreements that we have. Are you also in agreement that regardless of who the court appoints to have the primary residence of the child, that both of you will be named joint managing conservators with the same rights and duties? You'd say yes or no, because there's an audio.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And then are you also in agreement that whoever the court determines to have primary will also get all the tiebreakers as far as major decisions regarding the child, like educational, medical decisions?
Yes.
Are you in agreement that for temporary orders that we're going to include Corio County and contiguous counties, which also includes Bell?
Yes.
Are you currently residing in Bell County?
Yes.
Are you also in agreement that you're receiving VA disabilities in the amount of $4,337.41?
Yes.
And you're also currently working, earning $20.75 per hour, and you're working 22-hour weeks?
Yes.
And you have no other children, do you, Mr. Scales?
No, ma'am.
And are you in agreement that the guideline child support is $1,227?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in agreement that if the court was to name Ms. Laird as having the exclusive right to designate the primary residence, that is the amount that you should pay?
Yes.
And you're also in agreement to continue the CHAMP VA for the child?
Yes.
Mr. Scales, are you going to be able to provide Ms. Laird a copy of the insurance card?
Yes, ma'am. As soon as you send me an email, I'll send her a picture and send you a picture also.
All right, you'll be able to send the copy of photo to both her and our office as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not requesting that your information be kept confidential as far as address, phone number, or email?
No.
So let's talk about Kevin. Do you agree? Well, well, let me ask you, do you agree that the child has been residing with Miss Laird basically since he was born?
You said yes or no question, so the answer is yes.
Okay. Has he ever lived with you for an extended period of time outside of Miss Laird's home?
We've done the summers for like the past maybe 3 summers.
Okay,
We've
and
done the summers.
the summers would be the full summer, or you're getting just a month, or you're getting the whole summer?
It's been like most of the full summer almost for like the past couple years.
And there's been no issues with you being able to obtain the full summers?
No, we've never had any issues. I don't even understand why we really here at these issues. I don't know if it's my time to say, but Your Honor, I was just made out to look like a
Okay, stop,
really,
stop,
really
stop,
bad
stop,
person.
stop. No, sir, it's not time yet. The state is asking questions at the end of the hearing. If you want to make a statement, you have the right to do so, sir. It's your own legal rep. But for right now, it's about questions. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Scales, are you
Yes, ma'am.
asking or are you wanting to Kevin to come live with you primarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there, and this is going to be kind of a big question, so I'm going to kind of narrow it down, but let's break down what some of your concerns might be. Do you have concerns with Kevin's schooling or education?
Kevin's so far she said like he's been getting all these assistants, but my son's like almost 11 years old and can't read. He and I'm not just blaming her, I could have done better. And reason I'm here is because I want to do better. But he can't read. I had him in tutoring when he was with me the first couple of weeks of school. I tried to put him in tutoring, but to answer your question, I haven't seen any progress in him in school. He's steady running out of the class. He's getting in
Well,
trouble in
hold on,
school
we gotta-
regularly.
Sir, stop. Again, you kind of took that football and Walter Payton did. Okay, so slow down a second. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
No,
go.
that's right. Look at hey, that's why I know that judge is smart, because he said he took that football and he Walter Payton, one of the greatest running backs in the NFL history. That's the example he gave. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's keep going.
And the state will, if you say he has trouble in school, and you understand that, the state's going to start expanding on those questions and get it in the proper way, sir. Thank you.
Right. Mr. Scales, do you agree that Kevin is dyslexic?
Honestly, I don't know. She never told me about any of that. They don't keep me in the loop. She told me about it after she got the check. She didn't tell me as it was going on. I know about it when she told me. I started
Okay,
getting the Social Security check. So no,
All
I
right, well,
didn't.
I just want to talk
No.
about the schooling for Kevin right now. I don't want to talk about Social Security. So, have you, when you put him into the school, did you take him to the school that Miss Laird enrolled him in?
Yes, I took him from Hunger Heights to Christmas Cove every morning. Had no problem with
Okay.
it. We'll continue to do it
Did
if
you,
I'm allowed.
did you ever go into the school to try to speak with someone about Kevin?
At this school, his teacher would come talk to me every day when I picked him up for like the first 3 weeks of school. His teacher came to me every day and talked to me. She gave me little notes and told me Kevin was doing good. He was staying calm. He said he didn't want to disappoint his dad, so he did good.
Right.
So I
So,
talked to her every day. She even came to
right.
his football game.
Did you, were you made aware that Kevin is receiving some services through the school?
No,
Okay. Do you agree that, well, do you know that or not whether Kevin takes any medication?
no, he didn't take any medication all summer at my house, and I had no problem.
You never gave him medication?
It was never given to me to give to him.
Okay. So did Kevin, all right. When school started this year, did Miss Laird ever contact you about giving him medication?
No,
Did you ever talk to the school nurse or anyone to find out if he was taking medication?
I never talked to nobody inside the school, as far as like nurses or principals. I just talked to his teacher every day.
Okay. But his teacher, from speaking with her, there were no concerns at that time.
No,
Now, if Kevin was to go live with you, what would you do as far as schools? Would you move him or would you keep him where he's at?
well, he's in the 5th grade, so I would let him stay where he's at for the rest of this year because next year's middle school. So then we would probably work out something then. But if he were to stay with me, I would leave him where he's at and where he's comfortable.
Right. And middle school, would you have to move him would it be the same school district or not different school district?
It'll be somewhere in Hawker Heights.
And how close do you and Miss Laird live from each other?
It takes me like 22, 23 minutes to get to her house. I live in Hawker Heights. She live in Copper's Cove.
So if you were given the visitation, are you able to actually pick him up from school and drop him off the next morning at school if necessary?
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do for my son.
Okay. What now we talked about his situation at home. Do you have concerns about Kevin at home with Miss Laird?
Uh, this is one of those long-ended questions. Physically, no, she hasn't done a bad job. Uh, do I have any concerns? Immediate concerns, no. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to answer the questions without getting too deep into what I want to say. But physically, right now, he has somewhere to sleep and they eat. And so yeah, she's beating him. So no, I don't have any. He's safe.
Okay. So if Kevin was to go live with you, what would be different in your home?
He has his own in my home. Um he has his own. He has his own room. He has his own bed. He has his own TV. He has his own space. He's just able to do his own thing. He's able to be more self sufficient. He has his own laundry basket. He washes his own clothes. He has his own bathroom. He has all the tools he needs to maintain himself like in his own. He doesn't have to share with anybody. He has his own space. I don't have any other children in the household, so he has is me and I have a girlfriend and she doesn't have any children, so he got like basically I just me and her attention.
Do you think it would be beneficial to Kevin to remove him from being able to live with his siblings?
Do I think it will be beneficial? So first of all, I'm not necessarily trying to take him away from anyone. I would like him me to be his primary parent because of the fact that I would like to try to. I feel like it's time for a man to be with his father. Like is Miss Laird a bad mom? No. But is she raising people to be successful? Is she raising people to be prepared for life, prepared for the world when it's time to get there? I don't think so. My son's future is what I'm worried about. My son, her other son,
Okay,
I'm the
stop,
first
stop,
person
stop,
to.
stop, 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 stop.
Oh, I keep getting stopped. She got the tallest.
Okay, sir, again, unless you're an eyewitness to something that other child has done, then you can't testify to it, okay?
I mean, I
So,
was the one that did it, is what I was going to say, sir. I'm sorry.
all right, then, well, here's the deal, we're look, I'll let the state expand on it if they think it's necessary, but unless there's, you know, again, we're doing one, that child is not before this court, this one is, and I don't really go into anything siblings unless the siblings have been an endangerment to someone, sir. So,
No, ain't
okay.
nobody in danger. I'm
All
sorry,
right.
sir. Nobody's in danger. I just would
Right.
like an opportunity. I just would like an opportunity to raise my child also. Like right now, we making decisions. Everything is just her, just her. No, I haven't done any of these things because I've never had a chance to. I don't have any other children. I was never able to go to the school. Like she does all this. The school doesn't call me and talk to me about anything. Like she's laughing. Everybody making me out to be this bad guy. Like
All
she
right.
can't sit.
Okay.
Hold on, Mr. Scales. Mr. Scales, we're not addressing retroactive child support, but the court did ask Miss Laird if you had provided her any financial support in the past. I don't want to go into detail. I just want to know, did you provide her any support for the child, even if it wasn't financial in any other ways?
We made an agreement when the child was born that she doesn't have to buy him anything. I will buy him everything. And if she could tell me if I'm wrong, I buy his shoes, I buy his clothes, I take him to get haircuts, I pay for his sports, I pay for his birthday parties, I pay for Christmas. And if I'm lying, I pay for everything. She does. I don't like it when she buys some stuff, and she could tell you that. Why'd you buy him some shoes? I buy them. So I know I have never put any money in her hand and said, "Hey, this is for Kevin." But has there ever been a time, hey, Kevin needs this, Kevin needs a coat, Kevin needs some shoes, Kevin needs some clothes, Kevin outgrown all his clothes. School year coming up, birthday coming up, Christmas coming up. There's never been a time that she was able to call me for something that he needed and I wasn't there. I don't
So the question was, did he provide more than just cash? And she made it sound like he don't do shit, like he's a deadbeat dad, other than he come to get him. But I knew that was off because he said, this is where my daddy takes to get a haircut. So now, guess what? Ma'am, unless you giving him money for the haircut, he's paying for that. You made it sound like he's not paying for anything. And that's not right. Ty said, I don't like that judge. He usually takes up for the mothers no matter how bad they are. Damn. That man got daughters. Enos comes over on the wrong day talking about how about them Commanders. I wouldn't know it. We didn't play them this week. We beat them already, just like we beat Dallas. Let's keep going. We're not going to let Enos distract us.
I don't have any seats, but I mean, she's under oath just like
Okay.
I am.
All right, Mr. Scales, like I said, we're not addressing it today. I just want to give you an opportunity to let the judge know on that one issue. I have no further questions for Mr. Scales.
All right, then, Mr. Scales, so you're in the KISD, Killeen Independent School District, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Right then. And how long you live in Harker Heights?
I've been at this place for about a year.
All right, and where did you live? What city did you live at before that?
I stayed in Killeen most of the time. I stayed in Gerald for like a year, but most of the time I've been in Killeen for like the last 15 years.
Okay, thank you. All right, then, any other questions of either witnesses at this time, Ms. Taylor?
No, Your Honor, its state would rest.
All right, folks, I'm gonna give the state, I'm gonna let the state go ahead and make a closing statement. I'm gonna let both of y'all make a closing statement. Here's the problem. I know you guys, you're not lawyers. Mr. Scales, my family law office used to be at the High State Building for 10 years. I know exactly where you are. I know where your mom is. I used to do a lot of lawyer work in Gatesville. And I used to take the back way. I always come to Gatesville through Copper's Cove and come back to Harker Heights to my office. So that's the way I used to drive. So I know where everybody else. I know where exactly what everything, all the circumstances are as far as to and from. So, but what I'm looking at doing here, folks, is, and I know, like I said, what I was trying to say, I know you're not lawyers, but there are a lot of things that I've heard already that may be problematic as far as your current circumstances, sir. Under Texas law, you're legally obligated to pay child support when the child's not when custody is granted. But under Texas law, you're the mom or the dad who has had the child for the last 4 years, taking them to school, raising them in school, all those things, is entitled to child support for that last 4 years. It's called retroactive child support. And it's based on the amount of money you've made during that last 4 years. If you're 100% disabled, it'll be based on that. If you're working, it's based on that. If you're only 90% or 80%, something along those lines, we'll figure out what all that is. But technically, sir, that she can request that, and the court has to consider that, and the court finds that it should have been paid, then I gotta grant a judgment against it. And when I'm dealing with this kind of money, the judgment can be anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. So that's carved in stone. Even if I was to give you custody at the end of the day, you may still owe her $40,000. Okay, that's just the way the law sets it up. So again, sir, I'm gonna you might want to go talk to a lawyer, see what your rights are, but that I'm gonna let you know up front, that's pretty much unshakable unless you gave her cash or a major item. I once had a father that was paying mom's Mercedes-Benz payments. Okay, yeah, that counted, but it had to be some type of cash transfer. So because the child support, sir, and under the laws of the state of Texas, that's the money goes to the custodial party or the parent that's taking care of the child, and they get to make a decision on how it should be spent. So that's just the way it sets up. But again, I'm going to go ahead and make this attempt. I'm going to go ahead and look at setting up a final hearing probably sometime in December to give everybody time to get their ducks in a row. If y'all want to go talk to lawyers in one way or the other. But again, sir, based on what I heard here today, the retroactive is going to be there. There's no way around it. And unless you tell me something that I didn't hear today, that would give you some form of credit or that shouldn't be paid. I hear, I'm sorry, I heard somebody mention Social Security. So are you getting SSDI, Social Security disability, or is the child getting Social Security based on its own disabilities?
On his own disability.
Okay, so you would get credit for any SSDI, but again, that's something we'll look at it final. But anyway, I hate to go through that long litany, but I need to go through that because I've had this before, and at the end of the day, the back child support, even if I change custody day one and starting January 1, 2026, the money will still be owed, sir. So that's something you might have to talk to somebody about or sit down and figure out yourself. But
even if she would agree that I helped her, I didn't help her with her bills, but I helped her with our son. I would still owe that money.
Yes, sir.
Like, would you disagree that I helped you with the child?
No, sir. We're saving that later. We're gonna take care of that at final. Okay. I'm just giving everybody a heads up what we're looking at. Okay.
Sir, she was able to get her point across. Sir, I haven't been able to get not one point.
Sir, we're not doing retroactive child support. I'm just
talking about anything that we're talking about, sir. You cut me off. I would like she had a chance to tell you.
Mr. Scale, order in my court, sir. All right,
yes,
here's this. I don't like to get angry, but this is the court of law, and you're not a lawyer. Okay, you're not doing this right. All right, a lawyer would never do this like the way you're doing it. Right now, I'm telling you, we're not going into this, but I'm giving you a heads up. When we come back next time, if you're pro se representing yourself, that's still going to be there. If you have a lawyer, your lawyer know what to do or try to handle it. But the bottom line is, sir, they would know how to get you credit for those funds that you may owe. But if you don't get some type of credit, you may owe a substantial amount of money. I just was giving you a heads up on that because you're a layperson and not a lawyer. But right now, we're not going to go into that. If I was to set that up today, yeah, I'll let you go into it. But the only thing I'm going to set up today is temporary child support, temporary visitation, and temporary child support, temporary visitation, and temporary custody, sir. That's the only things I'm going to deal with today. So, but again, you are what we call a pro se litigant. But I've got to treat you just like you went to Baylor Law. All right, you have to present evidence, and you've got to do things just like you graduated from law school.
Look here, man, let me say this, but I would definitely encourage a man to get a lawyer. Let me say this. I remember getting a second job, restocking shelves at night at Home Depot in order to pay my legal fees. I went in there without a lawyer one time, and that's when they established child support for my daughter. I said, never again. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure I got legal representation because I'm not going to get talked to like this. I'm not going to get treated like this. And when I see that judge talking crazy, I'm looking at my lawyer like, you better say something, motherfucker. Because I didn't pay $500 for retainer just for you to sit like a lump on a goddamn log and just run me up under like I ain't doing a goddamn thing. Never again. Never again. And this judge is talking nickel slick to this man. And like he said, he ain't get the same shit. No, you ain't gonna get the same shit. He don't give a goddamn about you. You know why? He's got a daughter. He's got a daughter who's probably dealing with this same bullshit. So he feels some type of way. He looking at every man, even though he's a goddamn hard ankle, as a deadbeat father. It's a goddamn shame. Let's keep going.
Pass the state bar and know exactly everything you need to do to prove your point legally. And going off.
Try one. Your butt better hit that daggone like button. I know how you roll. Hit that like butt for me, man. You goddamn right. Let's go.
On the different tangents, sir, that will not suffice. I'm just letting you know that ahead of time. So at this time, sir, I'm going to go ahead and let the state make their closing. I'm going to let you make your closing, but the closing today is for temporary custody, temporary visitation, temporary child support. That's what I'm looking at. All right. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let Ms. Gonzalez-Taylor go. Then I'll let Ms. Laird go, and then I'll let you go, sir, to tell the court what you want. All right. As far as the temporary order is concerned. So So at this time, Ms. Taylor, you may proceed. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, we will be asking for temporary orders. I don't have a reset date yet. We'll get some dates in December. The state's asking the court to approve the agreements that they have after you determine who established primary. And then again, they'll have standard joint managing conservators, standard possession order, child support. The state is asking for guideline child support. We're still asking to reserve the retroactive child support. And then all of their information will be included because then neither one of them asked for non-disclosure.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Flair, anything you asking the court to do in addition to that or different from that? It's your turn to tell the court that information, ma'am.
I'm okay with everything she said. I just feel like it's best my son stay with me.
All right, anything else, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Scales, now's your turn. You may proceed, sir. Tell the court what you want. You can even explain to the court why you want it. But I'll give you at least 10 minutes to tell the court this information, sir. Your turn. Thank you.
The first thing I want to start off with the part about me taking my son. She knew I took my son to school every day. I took him to the school right around the corner from her house every day. When I first asked her, can I do the first month? I had the text messages in my phone. She had the text message on her phone. I asked her, can I do the first month, the first 30 days of the school year? About 2 weeks into that, she started talking about, you're not gonna bring him home. I thought we said that we was gonna do 30 days. So we was doing it, and I said I was gonna bring him home that weekend. He had a doctor's appointment that Wednesday. She went and picked him up from school, took him to the doctor's appointment, took him home. That was that. I wasn't holding him against the conversation that I'm trying to have with my son, sir, and is my son's 11 years old. And I personally feel like that at this point in his life, he should have a father's love. A mother's love is a protector, and she's good at that. She's going to protect him, and she's going to make sure he's okay. But at the same time, a father's love is to teach him. So when he gets into a situation, she's going to protect him from a situation. I want the opportunity to show him how to get through these situations. I'm not trying to take my son from his mother, but I would like to be the person that instills the values and the lessons, the life lessons that he learns. I'm trying to find sports. Y'all making me give her $1,200 a month. Is she gonna take my son to get a haircut every week with that $1,200? Is she gonna take the financial time to find out the things that my son likes and is good at? Is she gonna try band? Is she gonna try basketball? Is she gonna try football? Is she gonna? She's not a bad mother, but I'm willing to go above and beyond for my son, and I would like the opportunity to try. That's all I'm asking. I took him. She lives not too far from his school. He rides the bus. I live in Harker Heights. He lives in Cole. I went and took him to school every morning and picked him up from school every morning, and I loved every minute of it. I'm not here trying to hurt Miss Laird. Miss Laird tells me in this courtroom that sometimes stuff get tight. Well, stuff not tight on me. Let me do it. If she's having a hard time taking care of her and 3 kids, she got food stamps, housing, and stuff like that, I don't need any of those things. If she needs some, I really would like to help her. I'm not here trying to take my son from her. I would like to be, I feel a child is grown at 18. He's about to be 11. It's my turn, sir. I'm not trying, she's not a bad mother. She's an awesome mother. She's been raising 4 children by herself for 20 years. I would like to help. Let me take some of the burden off of you and let you go live your life a little bit. The next son above him is 17 years old. I told her these same things, sir. Her old son above him is 16. He's going to be 16. I apologize.
Stop. Okay, don't get into an argument, folks. Mr. Skills, you hadn't actually told me. You keep telling me why, but again, sir, you got a few more minutes. Go ahead and tell the court.
I'm just asking for the opportunity. Like, it was made out to be like I was taking my son from her. She like I was taking my son and that my son was in harm's way. She know that that's not true, and I just want to let the courtroom know that was not true. She knew where her son was. That he went to school.
Stop. No argument, man.
He went to school. I took him to school and picked him up from school every day. She knew where he was at. Like right now, that really put a nasty taste in your mouth about me. So I seen how you reacted when she said that I took him. I did not take him. I communicated with her every day. Not one day did she just say, hey, bring me my son. She said, are you going to bring him home? I said, I would like to do the whole month of the first school year. I would like, she said a couple of days, I can show you the messages if that's something I need to bring back to court. But I told her that I asked her that could I do the first 30 days? And she said, okay. And then when we read the messages together, she told me that that's not what she meant. But that's what she told me.
Okay.
And
Nice. All right. No
the
arguments,
text
folks.
messages is there. And I did not take my son. I was not trying to keep my son from him. The day he asked me to go there, it was 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock when he got out of his therapy session. He had football practice at 4. No, I didn't want to have to drive all the way to Cove to go get him and bring him back. My son loves his mother. I would never try and take him away from his mother, but I would like to be his primary residence. That, most men don't. No, I don't want to prove that she's a bad mother. She's not unfit. But I would like the opportunity to raise my child too, sir. Not just through fighting, not just through visitation and through child support. My son knows me.
Sir, that's what's before the court right now. That's one of the aspects I'm looking at. And again, sir, right now I got to go with. I have to look at doing the history here. Okay, the circumstances are what the circumstances are.
What's the history, sir?
The history is the child's lived with mom for the last since the child's date of birth, sir. And
right,
and I understand. You just said you've bought items, but you haven't given her child support. And you keep saying that you want to help her out and take the burden off her. But if you've given her the child support you're supposed to for the last 4 years, that may not be the burden. Again, sir, I know you're not a lawyer, but that's the way lawyers and judges look at it. Money takes care of a lot of things.
But I've been spending money, sir. Like my son.
But you didn't give her the choice of spending the money the way she wanted to spend it, sir. It's left up to her.
Boy, this is some goddamn nasty work. You didn't give her money so she could spend it the way she wants to spend it. The wife says, if that woman loved her son more than herself, she would give her son over to the dad. I did that for my son, and he soared with success. You know what I'm hearing in these YouTube streets? I was on a show last week, and this man said, these fathers don't be doing it. Most fathers, that's what he's saying, right? Most father can't keep his daughter off the pole, right? That's what he said. I knew that was bullshit. And I hate when I hear the stereotype people try to, like most fathers are not raising or rearing their kids or teaching their kids or involved with the kids. I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe it at all. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe most fathers are like my man doing. This man's over getting emotional. This man is hurt. This man's feeling some type of way because he wants to be in his son's life, and this woman will not allow that to happen. I'm going to tell you why he brought up that other son, because that other son got some problems. He's one of these YNs we got to be looking out for that I'm going to have to take out one day if he gets too close to me or my family. That's what it's what he wanted to say, but he couldn't put it out there like that. This 15 going on 16-year-old, this boy is going to be into watching some shit on social media that his little 10-year-old son shouldn't be looking at. Conversation going to be had around that boy that it shouldn't be had. But it's going to happen. Why? Because they share the same room. They in the same bunk beds together. They share the same space. This man said he got his own room, got his own bed, got his own TV, own bathroom. That son pretty much got set up for successful, at least as an individual. He said when his son had him, he didn't have these problems. Said sons can't read. Now he admitted that's part of his problem because he should have did more. That's called accountability. I promise you this. They asked that woman how to school. He said he's going great. Man, you lying. And the reason why you lying is because you didn't want to look bad in front of this goddamn judge. But don't worry, this judge gonna kiss your ass like he been doing a whole goddamn court case. Just like Ty said, he caters to the women. It's obvious. It's showing. This stuff ain't no goddamn good, man. She don't really care about that boy like that, because if she did, like my wife said, she would turn that boy over to him. And now there's one less child you got to worry about. That 22-year-old daughter, she grown. Now she still live with you because it's hard, make it on her own. So she needs a little bit more support until she get a little more older, a little more seasoned, and maybe I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's going to school. Maybe she's going to get certification. Hopefully, she's working. But are you raising? Is she raising them kids to be a bunch of just losers? There's a lot of things this man won't say, but he's not saying it. And one of the reasons why he's not saying it because the judge ain't allowing it to happen. Like Ty said, I see the pain in my man's voice. Oh, for sure. She ain't getting no more money for that 22-year-old. And I don't know if the 60-year-old, we know it's not by him because he only got one child. So she got a couple baby daddies. And that check about to run out, even if she's getting a check. She's on borrowed time. So she said her last hoorah is this 10 going on 11-year-old. I at least got 7+ years. These other ones, I'm tapped out on. This is crazy. The disrespect. The mother's not even on cam. The judge is weak-minded. Guys, hit that like button, guys. That's a fact, Ferg. He ain't saying nothing to her. She keeps popping in, popping out, interrupting, saying, and he go say, "Y'all don't want y'all to argue." No, man. She the one making statements coming off you on mute. This man didn't say not one word, and she was saying some egregious bullshit while she was talking. But he didn't say a goddamn word. He said on me the whole time. Now that he talking, she's saying something. You ain't gonna say, "Man, go back on mute." This man didn't talk while you was talking. You gonna say this, "Hey, stop fighting, no arguing." You sorry, spineless motherfucker. You ain't shit, dog. It's pitiful. Let's finish watching this.
I spent it exactly. I spent it on the child, not on her. I spent it on the child. I spent my money on the child.
I'm not going to argue with you, sir. Here's the deal. All right.
But you're telling me, sir, you telling me to give her money to let her make up what she want to do with it. Sir, what I did was I spent my money on the child.
She gets to spend child support money on what she thinks is important for the child, not what you think, sir. It's not. They may coincide. They may not.
More and more this goddamn judge talked, more and more I despise his sorry ass. When I gave my son over to his dad without court intervention, my son was 8. Now he's 18, playing college basketball, active in church and other activities. More important, he is happy and knows I love him. This is crazy. Give her the checks, give her the money so you can spend on what you look here. Let me say this, guys. I tell dudes, if you have to, put yourself on child support, because this situation right here is a classic. I seen dudes like this. Man, I ain't paying no child. I ain't giving no money. You know, my son needs something, I give it to him. I tell them all the time, it only takes one day where that woman gets upset with you and she feels some type of way. It takes one time for that woman to feel some type of way, get upset, let you get a new girlfriend. She looking mad, jealous, and envious. I don't want that bitch around my son. Now all of a sudden she going down to the courts, getting that goddamn child support turned on. Now she gonna get back pay. He said, man, she might be entitled from between 25 to 40-something thousand. Now, that's a nice piece of change. That's half of a down payment on a home, depending on where your home is and how much it is. That's at least 10% for most of them. She gonna feel like she hood when she get that $40,000 goddamn check. She gonna see that new install on top of a goddamn head, got her eyelashes done, makeup done, new dress. She said, girl, we party tonight, drinks on me, bitch. I'm telling you, that's what's about to go down. Watch what I say. This is some nasty work, man. And this judge has no empathy or sympathy for this man at all. None. He's like Rick James, fuck your couch. God damn. I mean, what can you say? But unfortunately, dog, I got to look at you, Tom. Look at you too, dog, because you were part of that fault. Right? You part of that fault because you didn't go take the initial steps to do these things. You tried to depend on her thinking she was going to keep everything on the under. Soon as she get pissed, she feeling some type of way. She running and telling it, and now she's licking her shit. She's rubbing her hand like Birdman. Think about that goddamn back pay. Not include the back pay, but that $1,300 you got to pay a month for. She getting the extras, like I told y'all, what they used to call a crane check. Now I don't know if they call it no more. That's what they used to call it. She getting them extra government incentives. Now she hood rich. That's crazy. Let's finish this one out.
Need it. She tell me what he needs and I would get it.
Okay,
Am I wrong, Eddie?
Okay, stop.
I mean, she would tell you that I did that, sir.
Mr. Scale, stop. I'm stopping you right now, sir. I'm going to,
I apologize. I apologize, sir.
Don't talk to a lawyer because you're not, here's the bottom line is I'm going to go ahead and set this up on the 10th. Again, sir, she's in school all these last few years. That's the history, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and name. I will name out both joint management services. I'm gonna give mom the right to decide domicile. I'm gonna for a temporary order. I'm gonna go ahead and restrict that domicile to to the Coryell and contiguous counties, which means she can live in Coryell County or any county that touches Coryell County until further order of the court. I'm looking at going ahead and ordering guideline child support going forward. I'm going to start that the first day of November coming up. So the guideline amount is the amount that's stated by the state for the child support and cash medical. Both will start the first day of November, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the standard possession order, sir. You say you want the extended, is that correct? Which means you can pick the child up from school on Thursday evening after school, return the child to school Friday morning, and pick the child up on Friday evening, and then after the weekend is over, you can pick him up from school. And you need to take him back to school on Monday morning, but that coincides with the first, third, and fifth Fridays of each month. So that's the standard possession order in the state of Texas, whether it's extended or the regular, where you would pick the child up at 6 p.m. on Friday at mom's and return the child at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Which route do you want to go with this one, sir?
The extended, the 6 p.m. on Thursday, and take them to school on Monday.
And you got to take them to school on Fridays too, and pick them up on Fridays. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Extended means you actually pick the child up on Thursday evening from school. Okay.
Can I ask a question, sir?
Okay.
Just a quick question.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
If you telling me that I can pick them up on Thursday and take them back on Monday, that means she only has them Tuesday, Wednesday, but I still got to give her $1,200.
Yes, sir. That's only possible 3 weekends a month, sir. First, third, and fifth weekends of the month is when you do that. The rest of the time, she gets her other weekends when she has a child. Okay. Yes, sir. Mr. Skills, this is the way it's been done for the last 40 years. Sorry, sir. But
does that make it the right way, sir?
Yes, sir. Well, according to the legislature of the state of the legislature of the state of Texas, yes, sir, it does.
I went and talked to lawyers, sir. They told me that they wouldn't even take my money because I had no chance in this case. They told me that this was going to happen before I got here, sir. And I'm not a man that's not taking care of his child. I'm a man that's getting caught in paperwork and circumstance. But my son loves me to death because I've been there for him since day one. So I truly don't deserve this, but I got no choice. But this is how it is for 40.
See, shit like this pisses me the fuck off, man. Shit like this pisses me the fuck off. Cause I watch deadbeat motherfuckers, man. I watch how they get over. I watch how they don't get taxed like this. But it's always the brothers, man, that does right, that's gonna be there, that these women will run under the goddamn bus and put up under the goddamn child support court. This is shit that pisses me off. The dudes that be about their goddamn business. I don't like dealing with dudes. It's not. But I know I got family members that are like this. I know my ex's family members was like this. I see these motherfuckers at my workplace. The church I used to go to, they was like that. Goddamn pastor. I ain't gonna front. It was a goddamn pastor who was like that. For about 5 years, they want to claim him, knowing that was. Let me stop. One of the choir members got pregnant. One of the choir members got pregnant. They try to keep that baby on the hush. Then when it started to come out, he didn't want to claim him. Come to find out it was his. He didn't want to take care of him. Did it affect the membership? Yeah. Some people left. Most of them did. He threw that old Jimmy Swagger bullshit ass crown. I have sinned. I'm just saying. But when you see situations like this, dog, you fucked. Lawyer said, and we're not going to take your money, dog, because you're going to need that money to pay a goddamn child support. You ain't going to win this. This is what's about to happen to you. They told him with no Vaseline. God damn. Shout out to Ice Cube. This is crazy. And think about it. He asked the judge, is it right? He said, according to the court, you suffering. Y'all guys know I don't use the N-word, but I was about to right there. I was about to slip. Lord forgive me. It's so shiftless ass dude. According to the court, for 40 years. Motherfucker, answer man question. Don't mean it's right. No, it's not right. And you know it's not right. But guess what? Your sorry ass ain't gonna say anything about it because you keep getting paid by these weak ass courts. And every time you come in there, you look at these dudes with dollar signs. You's a weak ass judge, man. God damn. Let's finish it out.
40 years, and all men get the same situation, even when they're trying to do right.
Okay, sir. Your circumstances are your circumstances. I get custody of dads all the time. Okay, but history's a history. And
hey, I give custody of dad all the time. You was a goddamn lie. You's a goddamn lie. I like to see your record about giving a man custody. I like to see your record on that shit. I don't believe a goddamn word you just said. You sit there lying to that man. I give custody. I bet you little whoever this chick Taylor chick is, I bet she's snickering, laughing on the inside. No, you don't. You lying son of a bitch. I give me custody all the goddamn time. You're lying. And the truth ain't in you.
And that's why the lawyers said what they told you, because that's what your history is at this point.
Nah,
Anyway,
they said it because they knew it. They said it because they knew what was going to happen in these courtrooms. How they happen in most courtrooms. That's why they said, not because it's history. Stop lying to this man. You lying old bastard. See, that's what's wrong with him. You old motherfuckers need to die off. And these family court laws need to be changed. It's some bullshit. Talking about your history. Fuck his history. That man talking about he won't try to do right by his son. He trying to do right, but you ain't helping the case. You weak old bastard.
You can go out and try to get yourself another lawyer, sir. There's probably somebody out there that would
He
take
gonna,
your money.
he gonna
but
say,
again, your
you won't try to get
circumstances-
yourself another lawyer? Yeah. If he just want a lawyer to take his money, shit, most of them will. I bet you would have. You old bastard. Wouldn't say a goddamn word. Just sit there and looking all crazy. You lying motherfucker. Man, I can't
These are the
stand these son of bitches.
I will look at setting this for a special setting in
You
case.
don't have to. We can just go ahead with it if you want to, because you're right. Ain't nobody gonna help me.
Judge,
right. We didn't go into retro, sir. So
Let me. What that man said was right there the truth. Let's go back a second.
we didn't go into retro, sir. So, because that's what your history is at this point. So anyway, I'm making this attempt. You can go out and try to get yourself another lawyer, sir. There's probably somebody out there that would take your money, but again, your circumstances are your circumstances.
He said there's somebody out there that's gonna take his money. You goddamn right, but that's the problem. He don't want nobody just to take his goddamn money. He wants somebody to help him with his goddamn situation. That's what he's looking for. Not for somebody just to take his goddamn money. Judge, you taking his goddamn money right now. He's looking for somebody to help him.
I will look at setting this for a special setting in case.
You don't have to. We can just go ahead with it if you want to, because you're right. Ain't nobody gonna help me.
Judge,
right. We didn't go into retro, sir. So, but I will have to do it. We will have to do a reset and come back and take care of the back child support. But if you talking about going ahead and make this the final law of the court, I can go ahead and make the custody, visitation, and the current child support all the final order, and we can come back on a regular docket date or a special setting date next month and deal with the back child support. What do you want to do?
Do whatever, John. Just
Judge,
bad, man.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Gonzalez. Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I don't believe that it would necessarily be needed to have the retroactive child support on a special setting. I think that the parties may be able to work it out if given an opportunity on a regular docket, Judge.
Okay.
And
right.
I was looking at December 9th.
Okay. All right, because I was looking at December 18th for the special setting, but December 9th will work for that.
Check. I can check December 18th just the same. Can I have a minute,
again,
Judge?
that was going to be if it was going to be a special setting. I'm saving the 18th is my last special setting date of the year, probably. So I need to save those. I only got 2 slots available, so I need to save those for actually cases that we're dealing with everything. If we're just going to come back and do the retro, we can do that on a regular docket date. You're right, and we can do that on any of the December dates.
Yeah, I think that we can do it on a regular docket, Judge.
All right then.
How does paternity work? That doesn't matter because I signed the birth certificate.
Sir, this case is. Here we go.
I'm just asking. Sorry about that, sir. I excuse me, man. This really hurts me bad, man. I apologize. I mean no disrespect, and I don't mean no disrespect to you, Your Honor. None.
Let me give you your answer. Let me give you your answers. This is a case that was filed as an original petition to sue the affected parent-child relationship with an AOP. AOP is short for Acknowledgement of Paternity. That is a document that you and the mom signed on or about the time the child was born, that said you were the father and you signed off on it. She signed off on it, says I'm the mom and this is our child. And that document was registered with the state of Texas Bureau of Biostatistics, the guys down in Austin that do birth certificates. And off the top of my head, I can't remember. It's either you got something like 6 weeks after it's signed to cancel it, but once the 6 weeks, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is, passed, then that became a official document of the state of Texas, and that document now is getting ready to be 11 years old. All right, so it's locked, sir. It's carved in stone. It's personally carved in stone. Nobody in you would would have to hire a lawyer to try to set aside that knowledge of paternity, sir. But right now, that says that you signed off on that saying you were the child's father, and that's the setup on that, sir.
If I make more money, does she get more child support?
Okay, sir. Child support in
I
the state of Texas is based on the percentage of your net income. If your income goes up in the future, sir, then the state may look at this every 2 to 3 years. Yes, sir, you could be able to pay more child support based on what your income is at that time. That is a legal answer about child support, sir. The state looks at it every 3 to 4 years, and this child's only 10 years old, so there's a good chance there will be at least one more child support update in this case. All right, Ms. Gonzalez, anything else, ma'am?
No, Your Honor. I will ask, because I don't want to hold up the court, that they go ahead and be released. I have confirmed their emails, so I'll send them the order here just in a little bit.
All right, again, ma'am, I'm making y'all both temporary joint management servers. Ms. Gonzalez, do you have a copy of that visitation order? Let me look at this thing right quick. I'm gonna look at the current calendar. That way they won't get mixed up, because that first, third, and fifth, not first weekend of the month always throw people off. All right, the first Friday of the month this year was the 3rd. This week coming up is the 2nd Friday of the month. So this is not your visitation weekend, sir. The next time you would get the child, if you're going to pick the child up at school on Thursday, will be next Thursday on the 16th, and you would have to return the child to school on the 20th. That's the 3rd weekend of the month. And then there's not a 5th weekend this month. So the next time you would have the child on a Thursday would be the first Friday of the month in November, which is actually Friday falls on the first of the month falls on Saturday. So the first Friday is the 7th. So your visitation, sir, will start the 6th of November and then go to the following Tuesday, following Monday. If you Google Texas visitation calendar, you can pull those up and they'll show you what you're looking at. All right. But for right now, your next weekend visit with the child would be, you'll be allowed to pick the child up on the 16th from the child school, and you would have to return the child the following Monday to that school if that's the route you're going to take. All right.
Judge, they
but
can.
anyway,
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
Go
They
ahead,
can
ma'am.
also go to the Texas Attorney General website. I think we might have that calendar on there as well.
I know we used to always have it in the courtroom, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all virtual now. But anyway,
Yeah, I think they might be
that's
able
what
to
we're looking at, the
have
visitation.
it.
And temporary child support starts the first day of November also. So is there any other questions that you have at this time, Mr. Scales? Then I'm gonna go to you, Ms. Larry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No,
Mr.
sir.
Scales, okay. Ms. Larry, anything else, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right. Ms. Taylor, anything else?
Judge, I don't think I told them earlier, but I'm going to send the document through DocuSign, so it will be through your emails. Give me about an hour before I send it.
Okay.
All right, the state's gonna send that to you folks, but y'all are free to go. And again, you're both free to always seek your own legal counsel. Again, I can only give you answers to questions. I can't give you legal advice, folks. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
All right. You're both free to go, and everybody take care and be careful out there. Thank you.
All right.
We're off the record.
All right, Judge. We're still says, yeah. Miss
Yeah,
Laird, you're free to go, ma'am.
All right, we're stopped recording and but we're still on YouTube. Anything else? What else we got, folks?
I believe we're
That's crazy. Unfortunately, my man, you brought some of this shit on yourself. You got the wrong woman. Woman, first of all, she don't want to get a job. She's not looking to work. She gonna keep collecting them goddamn checks. That little $1,300 a month plus a little money she getting off the EBT card. You know, the food stamps she getting, probably still getting WIC. She's getting my man's little Social Security check for his disabilities. It's nasty work here, boy. And like Ty said, that judge I gave me no man. And he gonna sit there and say, I give me in custody all the time. Man, you're a goddamn liar. You lying your goddamn ass off. You don't do shit for the man. You watch that man suffer. That's what you do. You watch that man suffer. And that's what we had to do today. This man was getting emotional. He was shedding tears. He was feeling some type of way. He was feeling some type of way. And guess what? He didn't give a damn about that man. Didn't give a goddamn man. Unfortunately, fellas, y'all put yourself in these situations, man, when you get these crazy ass women pregnant. Then when you knew you should put yourself on support, you didn't do it. Why? You thought because she was a good woman, she's going to let you slide? Soon as you slip, soon as you fall, soon you do some shit that she don't like, she's running your black ass in. And that's what we had today. Guys, I appreciate every last one of y'all being here. I need for y'all to hit that like button. You got that right. With that being said, I will catch you beautiful people on the next one. Right on.